in and,
Yeah.
So because
Somebody will cut it down and make a baseball bat. Well, since I already got space, I'm taking up as much as I can. For the whole layout.
Well, Steve.
All right, everyone, it's 6:30. We're going to call the meeting to order. It's July 14th, 2025. Can I get a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Herman,
Here.
Councilman Monzo, Councilman Kramer,
Here.
Councilwoman Tabor,
Here.
Supervisor Johnson.
Here. And please stand for the pledge. I pledge
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Great. Jumping in, we have some acknowledgements that are presented by Councilwoman Tabor.
Okay, I know I've brought this up before, but I would like to see the board take more of an active role in acknowledging like the volunteers that really help keep Marion going. Some of the things I've noticed recently are the social media presence with the library and the museum and the historic association. And I think a shout out I wanted to give is one of the things I love, especially about the museum and historic association, is they really engage alumni of Marion who are not living in Marion, and they seem to really appreciate it. So great job, whoever's behind it. Teresa. John's like me. So, and I think it's important that we do that, and at some point, I'd like to do something with the baseball and soccer to really acknowledge the people, the parents who are volunteering to coach, because they really keep the program going, and baseball went effortlessly this year.
That's just.
So, you know, and I just think from my vantage point, we have a handful of volunteers who really dedicate hours to serve this town, and if we didn't have them, we'd have a few programs that wouldn't be running. That was it.
Thank you. Any other acknowledgements? Time for discussions. Number one, review and update the workplace violence prevention policy incident reporting. I see that there was a provided copy of our current policy here. I know we have a list of policies to update and work on, and I know this is a big important one that's been brought up a few times to look at. I did not add this to the agenda, but we can have a general discussion about if we wanted to start with this one. I also sent an email kind of showing New York State does provide a boilerplate template. Pretty much public entities just fill out that meet the requirements for New York State for a program. You know, there's probably a lot of, you know, reoccurring themes that we already have that New York State provides as well. It's just, I'm sure once we look through this one and look to update it, the only things that are gonna change are updates to New York State law over the years that have passed and they want implemented. You know, it's extensive, which is great. You know, how and if it's implemented, I'm not 100% sure, right? You know, reporting standards, incident reporting, who the officer is, who takes those complaints, if any. I'd like to narrow more down on activity when we go to update this. So I don't know if you wanted to put this one on the chopping block first, moving forward to work on it, or wanted to start with something else, a little less intensive.
No, I think we should, but I noticed this one is a boilerplate one from New York State. There's no, lack of a better word, corrective actions, right? If there is a complaint filed, what is the corrective actions? And I think we're gonna write a policy for reporting and prevention. We should also have corrective actions, and even looking through this one, I don't see, it's very vague, if any. I mean, they have a section of duty to warn, but yeah, I think we should dive into it and put our notes on it and compare this to what the boilerplate language of the state is, and maybe get a couple other examples just to see. I mean, it does, in this policy say department head and or supervisor, so, yeah, Go for it.
So is this something you would like me to see as the agenda for every meeting to touch base on? And
Yep.
then offline, share our resources and, you know, what we like to see in it?
Suggestions
Yeah.
and updates, yeah, that sounds good.
Any other questions on that?
Nope.
Discussion number 2, the car show, the last day of summer rec for the town clerk's office. I know we briefly breezed over this before, and I don't think we made a decision on what we wanted to do.
No, so I just wanted to bring this to everybody's attention. So the Gone Cruising Car Show reserved the town park on March 7th of this year. For August 15th and 16th, they paid the town $500 to use the park on both the 15th and the 16th. The 15th would be for striping and setup, 16th for the show itself. Again, they paid that $250 per day for the whole park. So the question has come up as to when they can get the park, even though they paid for it, and we generally, if you use the rent the whole park, you get it for the whole day. So last day of summer rec.
It's the 15th.
So we need to tell somebody who's going to be able to use it and who's not going to be able to use it, because there's a conflict last year, we're trying to avoid the conflict this year. I know Morgan would really like the fire department to come in and spray on the kids in the fields that day, which isn't a good idea if they're going to paint it for setup for the car show. It does take them a good full day to set up for that car show. I just need to know what direction you all want this to proceed in.
I feel we should respect the renter that we rented to. I mean, they did pay for the full day and, I don't know, can we do the thing the day before with the kids? I mean, I don't know what the schedule looks like for summer rec, but maybe that could be done the day before. Cause I hate to have the fields be wet too when they get up there to spray, because that kind of, I mean, Mother Nature's one thing, but we don't have to make a mess, ourselves.
How many people usually are on the team to prepare the car show?
From their club, you mean?
Yeah, their club.
Probably 10 of them, maybe?
Because I was thinking if there's a way they could start, you know, kind of outward at the beginning of the day
They
and
can.
work inward. The only problem is we either have to, if they're gonna be up there that close or utilizing the field and the lodge, then by law, I have to run a background, like not a background check, but a really quick registry check on whoever's that close to the front of the campers. So I'm thinking if they start way over there, doing their thing, striping the fields and stuff, and then like throughout the day, by the time the day's over, they're at the lodge, like trying that, I can search, I can get a list of names. Right. Actually, the last day,
And so
right.
the kids use the fields, they can, if they're stripping, they don't want kids on the fields, if they're stripping.
right,
So I'm just trying to get this figured out now, as opposed to August 14th, the day before, and then we have major conflicts. So it was a conflict last year for sure. I know Morgan has asked me how this is gonna work this year. I don't know if you can move summer rec that day. I guess it all depends on if it rains as well. Might be in the pavilion. Do they get out early maybe that day? These are just ideas. I don't know the answer to any of
Right.
these, but we just need to make it, you all need to make a decision as to how you want this to be.
Is the farmer's market a concern that day
The
also?
farmer's market would also be concerned that day? Yes. So the farmer's market, I think, is a no-go.
I think they already planned on, for the gas engine show and then the car show.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, I can confirm, I'm pretty sure they
Yeah, I
already
would say double
said
check
they
with
didn't put,
those.
they didn't do it, plan on the farmer's
Yeah,
market that
so
day.
we could tell them either way, they can't do the farmer's
Right,
market that day.
That's fine,
Right.
yeah, that's fine.
but to your point, Julie, the other side of that coin is some of us, they paid for that.
I know, I know.
Oversight, I don't wanna disappoint either of them, so I think the best thing to do is get the car show people and Morgan together. I don't know what her calendar or schedule is, and I don't wanna dictate what she has on her agenda. But I think it's important that she communicate what is her agenda. And if we can swap things or do
Yeah, I
something.
think it's easy enough to move slot day to the day before.
Yeah.
And then if they are there on that last day, they could do more of a kind of housekeeping last day stuff closer to the lodge where they're picking up and cleaning and organizing and playing games and just being kind of